Okay, I thought I'd make a little video about my car. It's a 1974 BMW 3.0 CS, known as an E9. And during this quarantine period, I would look at it often and say, I should wash and wax it. But I never did. So I decided to do it today on a beautiful day. It didn't take me that long to do. I don't use water often, or try not to. Let me walk around and show you the car a little bit. And shout out to Benny Hampton at Benny's Rod Shop, who did the mini restoration of this car, and he did an amazing job. So I'm just gonna go around the car, and I'm gonna call out anything I did to it that was of interest. I did a lot. What started out, I bought it probably 8-10 years ago. What started out as just a repaint. You know, original color was a brown, and they changed it to black, and I left it black. Started out as a repaint. Let me just go around. Changed the headlights to some really fancy headlights. I don't know what they are, but they're amazing, and they look a little different. They're not necessarily period correct, but I got the chrome kidney. I got the air dam, which I've already fucked up a little bit. This is a driver. I think it's been one of the few BMWs that's been on the road consistently for, I think it's now 47 years, 46 years, 74. Do the math. Put the BBS wheels on, got the chrome, redid all the suspension, all the chrome, got attention to detail. I think Benny did an amazing job on the paint job, and he did it for what was a really budgeted amount. I think the original paint quote was like maybe $8,000 or something, and then I was like, oh, while you're at it, let's clean up the chrome, let's replace the rubber, let's do the suspension. All this rubber was replaced, felt was replaced, chrome polished. That piece there could use replacement, but that's no longer available. Love the BBS wheels. And I don't know if the video is reading this right, but I can tell you the car looks amazing. Chrome tip there. Oh, I replaced the bumpers. He replaced the bumpers, and that was a hell of a job. I still have not repaired the dent that someone hit into me. Can you believe that? What I can't believe is I didn't notice it immediately when it happened, because it sticks out like a sore thumb to me now. So this was a 74 originally, and as a result had those stinking ugly bumpers on it. But I used some detailing. I haven't done a heavy wax. The interior didn't do terribly much to it. Replaced the side markers there, of course. Went with clear lights on the front. Went with updated window motors. The interior could use some work. New Nardi steering wheel. I love that shift knob, by the way. I know it's not period correct, but it just feels so good. Redid all the wood. Did not do... At one point I replaced the carpet. I probably could use that again. Did not replace the interior because I have my dogs in here. There's just no need to do it. And by the way, this is the original BMW, showing all the patina that you'd expect. This is just really harsh sun, so I'm not sure if this video is going to read right. This is probably going to be almost the best angle. But again, by the time I got through with the restoration, with all the parts and the new rubber and the new seals and the bumpers and the new shocks and struts and everything, a $7,500 paint job and new BBS RS wheels and air dam, and I probably ended up spending close to, I don't even know, probably $30,000. I probably paid $22,000 for the car, and I think the car is probably worth somewhere around 60, 70. I don't know. It's got the original engine. Oh, I did replace the carburetors, with new Weber carburetors. Hi. Thank you. Oh, yeah? Take some. No, please take some pictures. I was just doing a video of it, so don't mind me. Love the sunroof. I know that, some people don't think they're that good. It's a 74, isn't it? I had it mini restored, not full on, but enough.
He'll probably know what year.
Well, it would trick him because the bumpers are 72 or 71 bumpers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 74 was the big ugly bumpers. So
is this new to you, or have you had it?
Oh no, I've had it for about 8-10 years, but I recently restored it, and I'm proud of myself because I look at it every day during the pandemic and quarantine, and I was like, God, I know it needs a wash, but this really can't be the quarantine that I just spent washing my car the entire time.
Yeah, true.
Because I thought that you can get obsessive about it.
Oh, the interior is gorgeous.
I ride around with my poodles in there, so I really don't.
Oh, we have poodles too.
Oh, really? Well,
Standard.
yeah, we have 4.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
We just had one.
Yeah.
She's gone now. She was with us for like 15 and a half years.
Really? That's a solid run.
Yeah.
Chloe is almost 16.
Yeah.
And we have 4.
You have 4.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did this.
Oh, really?
Down Leadville.
I'm Scott. Nice to
I'm
meet you. I
Kathleen.
take your hand,
Yeah.
but I'm told
Nice
we're not
to meet
allowed.
You too. We'll see you around
What's your
town.
name?
Kathleen.
Kathleen.
My husband,
Pleasure.
Carl.
Hey, Carl. How are
Yeah.
you? Nice to meet you.
All right.
We're opening up our retail store. Come visit us.
Okay.
The Scotty Vest store.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Excellent.
Take care.
Ethan.
Oh, Ethan. Yeah.
Tesco.
He's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah,
How's he
so-
doing?
I think pretty good.
Good.
He and one of our kids were very tight in high school.
Oh.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. I know he was super excited when he was there.
Good.
All right.
Bye-bye. So, sorry about that. So, in any event, for those of you E9 fans, ask me any questions about, anything you'd like. I'd love you to hear it. The problem is, interestingly, the one damn thing about it, the handbrake doesn't work terribly well. So let's see if I take it out of gear, if the handbrake will hold it. No, it rolls. It literally rolls. Now, here, I gotta go up anyway, so I'll just... for those of you who have this car, if you know, I've had it work, and it takes like literally all the muscle you can possibly have to pull it up. It's the one thing about it. There's lots of little teeny nits here and there, but the sound of the power steering, but show you the I'll show you the engine, which is very original except for the Webers, although I did probably replaced a lot of bits and pieces that camshaft and the cylinder head have been replaced. It's gonna roll. If it's not on a perfectly flat surface, it will literally hold on one sec, I'll open the trunk for you. Or not trunk. Oh, the trunk needs some attention for sure, but so the engine's cold, and I did not set the clutch. I'm not going to run it in the garage too long. Let me show you. So this is a mess, and we have not restored this. So let me let you listen to it rev for a second. I'll show you the lights because they're kind of cool. So I love how these are. So I don't know if you can tell that these lights are different, especially during daylight, but they are so bright. They're better than those. So like I said, the engine, this is not correct, but it doesn't look bad. I've done probably as much as you can expect. Like I said, new carburetors, new cylinder head. It doesn't leak oil or burn through that much. New camshaft, a Shrek camshaft, and let me turn the engine off. So it was not a frame off restoration, if you're familiar with that term. I happen to like the sound, and there are some minor imperfections, and there was a lot. The BMW E9 forum helped me immensely in advising what to do. So if you're looking to buy one of these cars, join that forum and become a member and support it, because you cannot find a better place to get opinions. I mean that sincerely, and a really good group of guys for the most part, who know this vehicle. Notice like that light, this light is out. So my baby. But I could just walk around this car forever, and you can see just how straight it is, and he did the paint work within a few months. I think I brought it in January and had it on the road in May, and I was going to sell it, and I'm so glad I didn't. There was a lot of pressure to do a frame off restoration, and these are, I don't think, put on properly. There was so much back and forth on these. That's frustrating, but I figured, number one, I couldn't afford it. Number two, I couldn't afford it. So, but I think, someday I hope to do a proper restoration. But in the meantime, I think this is good. And this is my other toy. There's a funny story behind this car. I was married to my wife for about a year or two. And I said, we have this marriage thing down. Why don't we have children? She hates the lettering. I actually like it quite a bit. It's a 1990 Porsche 964 with slight oil leak, but in great shape. And I've taken this on the driver's education events from time to time. So in any event, I said, what's it going to take for you to have some babies, and she said, you know, let's have kids. So she turns to me and says, what's going to take for you to stop bugging me about kids? And I responded very quickly, Porsche 911, white with a black top. Next day we went shopping and bought it together. And she said, for 2 years, don't mention the word kids to me. And so 2 years later, I realized I didn't want kids. So in any event, again, shout out to a few people. Number one, Benny's Rod Shop in Haley, Idaho. He's did an amazing job on this with a very tight budget and a very demanding client, if I do say so myself, and we've become fast friends. Number two, highly recommend these vehicles. So much fun, and get every time someone sees them, they stop and can't take pictures, as you saw. Number three, the E9 forum. They're amazing. All those guys there were amazing. And lastly, SF Don Lawrence in San Francisco knows everything about, especially the mechanicals of these cars, and he's become a fast friend of mine. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.